DreamHack Open is brought to you by Corsair, Monster Energy, Nice Cactus, and GGBet.
Eight teams have become just 6 as Godsent lives to fight another day at the expense of Gambit youngsters. But it's not over yet. Our third elimination game of the day is just around the corner to find out who will be going home and who will be joining us tomorrow for Championship Sunday. My name is Freya Spears, your desk host here in Seville, and joining me up on this beautiful desk are the wonderful Potter and Blair. We've had some incredibly close competitions today, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been a little ridiculous. 2 overtimes, 3 games, 3 maps, 2016-14, 16-14, 16-14, so I'd like to see more of that.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride, and even, Moviestar Riders making it all the way to the end of the day and in another series versus North. So this has been a wild day, a wild start for sure.
Yes, exactly. And if you've missed out on any of the action, do not fear. We're going to update you with our Group A standings right now. In our bracket, obviously you can see the games yesterday, which knocked some of the teams back down into the lower bracket, seeing Moviestar Riders taking a 2-0 win over Big, which was the surprise of the day, which obviously leads them into the game we're going to get into now, which is versus North, which is going to be a huge one.
Oh, absolutely. Looking at Group A, I think we all agree that this was the group of death, so to speak, right? We had North, we had Big, we had Crazy. We're like, yeah, Crazy's going to come out on top. Who's going to come out second? Is it Big or North? And now we have the big surprises. Moviestar Riders are hometown heroes who somehow managed to beat Big. Again, coming down to 2 overtimes, mind you, right? Now they're going to be facing the test against North, who themselves are going to be tested. Like, they've been having an up and down game. They had a great comeback against I do believe it was Godsent, was it? My mind fails me right now. It wasn't Godsent.
It's failing me right now
Yeah,
as well.
but it was Big.
Yeah, first game.
They had a comeback
It was yesterday, miles
It's
away
been a
now.
it's been a long day, right? They had a comeback win against Big, then they lost yesterday to Crazy. So which North are we going to be seeing today is the question on everyone's lips.
Yes, exactly. And you have 3 reasons why for us, don't you, Potter? Let's get to that.
So 3 reasons why North are going to need to be on their toes. And with reason number 1, it's different style coming out of Moviestar. We have to remember that North guys are used to facing the best players in the world who tend to stick very strongly to the meta and tend to stick to the best play styles from them. And facing off against a lower tier movie that's trying to make a name for themselves is certainly going to be a curveball, I think, thrown North's way. And with reason number 2 is Gade. He's a new in-game leader, and we've seen the struggles coming out of North's side. And we've seen how aggressive and proactive these Moviestar Riders have been throughout this tournament so far. So Gade is going to have to be on his toes and make sure he has all his players watching every corner of the map. And with reason number 3 is a similar map pool. Besides Dust 2 and Mirage, all 5 of the other maps are on the table, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see some spicy map picks coming out here.
Yes, I'm very glad that you brought that up because we've been speculating about this map pick, which I believe we're going to be getting into very, very shortly. Blair, what are you kind of expecting coming into this one? Because it is a best of 3 now. Yeah,
it's a best of 3. Dust 2 Vertigo is going to go out, unless I'm very much mistaken here. North should be banning out Vertigo. It's a map they rarely played. Actually, no, they're going to go with Mirage, which is smart. I like that. I actually like Mirage getting banned because that means it's not a pick that's going to be coming in from Moviestar Riders. That's a map they would usually go with as a first pick if allowed the chance there. But now, with Vertigo being in the pool, I would like to see Moviestar Riders go for that pick. I want them to throw in kind of a curveball here. That's exactly what they're going to... Actually, North going for it. That's surprising.
Okay.
North picking Vertigo.
This is just upside down. I don't know what to make of this. It's completely flipped over. And here's the thing with the map pool, though. Yeah, go on.
Mirage, the reason why North banned it, I don't know if this is 200 IQ or not, but I'm sure they've been here all day watching these guys, and we just saw Big facing off against Moviestar and losing on Mirage. Mirage is a map that all these players are so comfortable on, and it can be a map where the underdog really take over.
Could be. At the same time, if you're North, you are the favorites. You should be, going for, I feel like, the safer bets. Overpass was a map I expected to come out as a final decider. It's a map that both the teams are okay on. They're pretty good on. This Vertigo pick from North, that's ballsy. You know what? I like it.
I like it too, man. They're now the 5th Danish team to do this in DreamHack Opens. We've been seeing it all year long. These Danes, they don't care. They don't care. They want to be the best on Vertigo, and it's every single competent or relevant Danish team doing this. I like it.
Yes, exactly. We saw some spicy vertigo yesterday, and we are definitely going to be seeing some today as well. But we had a quick chat with Lau just before this matchup. Let's see what he had to say.
We're going to play our game. We are not going to overthink about who are we going to play. We are just going to have good communication, play our game. We don't care if it's North, VIG, whatever. So that's it. But yeah, North is really a good team. They are the favorites for me also in this tournament. But we can beat them. We can beat them. For us, our main goal is to improve as a team, play the best we can, and sooner or later we will lift the trophy. If not this one, another one. So let's do our best, improve as a team, and if we win, good. But if not, it's also good, to improve. So yeah.
I love the attitude there from Moviestar, right? As we heard very similar sentiments echoed with Steel's interview earlier, where they're just focusing on exactly what they're doing and improving as a team unit because, they are one of the underdogs coming into this tournament.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And for me, it was Eastor who kind of impressed me a lot today. He was really popping off the AWP. Usually it's Alex and Steel on LAN who really show up. And with him really being such an instrumental factor in them winning that initial game earlier today, I think they definitely could make things a little worrisome for North, especially if some of the key players for North really don't step up. I'm talking about players like Kirby, AZ, and we started again, and ooh, okay. I see there.
You like that, Sudan?
I love it. Don't you, Connor?
Yeah,
there we go. But I do want to point out the fact that Yugi has just been missing, man. I mean, yes, he has been great with the utility usage. If you look at his flash assist, etc. for his team, he's been great as a support player. He wasn't brought in as a support player. He was brought in to be the primary op. He needs to fulfill that role to a much higher level of competence, and we haven't seen that from him in the recent past.
Definitely not, and I have to say, I think, yes, Eastor has been impressive, Steel has been impressive, but what's impressed me most about this Spanish squad is all of their attitudes. You said it, Freya. When they're speaking in their interviews, you can see that they all have one goal, one plan in mind, and that is progress as a team, as a unit, making sure that they're all on the same page, and we saw glimpses of that, right? And I think those types of baby steps, it is really, it's advantageous for Moviestar Riders just moving forward into their future, and they're a young team, man, maybe not on the age part of things, but as far as their formation goes, and all the right signs are leading towards, I think, a successful Moviestar Riders.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Still said it earlier. He was talking about how they came into their match earlier, their first best of 3 of the day, rather, with a pretty solid game plan. But then they weren't able to adapt on the fly, which I think is very sort of advantageous having Steel, who's been such a, a big pillar in the CS scene. He's been at major finals, he's been at those heights, and now coming into a team like this and being able to inject that knowledge, I think, it's so beneficial.
Especially in the overtimes, like winning the overtime is when I started to have a little bit more faith in this lineup, because that takes tenacity, that takes nerves, and they're able to show that against, well, a team which has been on bigger stages more often than these boys have. So yeah, I mean, I'm quite sure they're going to be giving a fight to the boys from Denmark here.
Definitely, and I have to reiterate once more, all of these North players, they have to remain on their toes. They've got to make sure that they don't lose to the quote-unquote rookie mistakes, right? I mean, these types of plays that Moviestar Riders were doing, it's not meta, it's not the strongest, most optimal angles that they're taking, but they're going and they're being gritty and they're being scrappy within the rounds, and sometimes that can really throw off players and teams that are trying to achieve that perfect round, that perfect CS. So North, they've got to be on their toes. They cannot allow Moviestar Riders to get too free and too loose within that server, because it's just going to become a headache for them.
Yes, exactly. And you were sort of talking about it earlier, Blair, with the map pick. I feel like you think that it could have favored North a little bit more, the maps coming out. Do you think that that's the case?
The thing with North is, from what I've seen recently of these guys, they don't seem to really have a home map, right? They seem to just pick and ban depending on who their opponents are. So I think that's a good and a bad thing. The good thing is that it makes things very unpredictable. They can go for punish picks and punish bans, but at the same time that means not really having a home map means you're not well drilled enough on certain maps where you could have the confidence in saying, hey, they're going to win this map. You don't have the confidence, but I want to put in a little bit of faith in these guys. I mean, yes, they've been facing a lot of brick bats from everyone, yours truly included, but when it comes down to it, I really, really believe this will have the chance to make it through to the semifinals.
Yeah, and we've mentioned 2 of these players, and obviously they're in our head-to-head, Steel and Gade, both pillars of each side. I like the comparison here, looking at the kills. Obviously, it's a little bit skewed from Steel because he went to, obviously, the 2 maps earlier, both overtime, so he's going to have a little bit more on his side.
Yeah, he will. And you heard Steel say it in his own interview, right? The stats can sometimes be skewed. They don't tell the full picture, right? They just paint you a little glimpse of what might have happened. And so, yeah, Steel, he's definitely a veteran. He's been around for a long time, so it's really going to be up to him to lead his pack. He's been doing it all weekend long. The entry fragger, the IGL, the utility man. So he's got to be there for Moviestar Riders to lead them over to the top.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the attitude could definitely be helping. Obviously, this is North rather, first game of the day. They've had all that time to practice, all that time to watch Moviestar Riders earlier in their matchup against Big. But on the other side, I feel like Steel is such a momentum-based guy, right?
They are. And you know, one thing is, I wonder if North all night were preparing for Big, wondering, assuming that Big were going to be the ones that they're facing. And then all of a sudden they get here this morning and things have changed. I mean, that could be a factor.
I think that could be a factor indeed, but it goes down, I think it was AZ, I forget who it was who mentioned from North, that they do a lot of practice, put in a lot of prep work, but it doesn't really click when it comes to really playing the game. So I think practice is great, but at the same time, it's how you perform in the server. And that's as long as you don't make enough mistakes, as long as the protocols are right, as long as their map picks are maps that they have really prepped on. I don't think North as a team should be looking for anti-stratting a team like Moviestar Riders. They just need to play their game and play to the best of their abilities. They should have the win.
Well,
at least on paper,
That leads us perfectly into our predictions. I feel like we potentially could have a split desk here, Potter. I'm going to start with you.
I'm going to say North are going to win just because that's logic. I'm going with logic on this one. I am hopeful for Moviestar Riders to give us a show, but I'm going with North on this one.
I just hope they don't let me down once more, but yeah, North should have this.
Yeah, I'm also thinking North. Even though today really has been the day of the underdogs showing us what they're made of, I think North are going to be taking it. I'm also going to have a look at our Twitch poll chat results. Let's have a look at this. Heavily siding with Moviestar Riders there. But you know what? They love an underdog story. We saw that yesterday. They've been siding with us this morning. So what can you expect, really? But I do think this is potentially going to go to full 3 maps.
Yeah. Why not all the rounds, all the overtimes? I would love to see it.
We might as well have more 16-14s, throwing an OT in there. Yeah, we got 2 more series of the day. Let's do it.
Well, exactly. With those 2 more series, we have 2 fresh faces over in the casting booth. Hugo and Dinko, how are you doing?
Pretty good. We're ready for more Counter-Strike, and like Blair said, another 30-round brawl would hopefully be on the cards here. Maybe 90 rounds in the series, maybe 180 rounds.
Maybe we have to go over the
day.
line, right? We have to break some records, get some overtimes in, and well, I think Moviestar Riders, coming into this, we just kind of hope they do well. They're in Spain, they're a Spanish team. You want the home crowd favorites to just be there and performing on the stages, and I think Moviestar could do it.
Yeah, I don't think it's an unrealistic expectation at all, right? They've already taken down Big out of this tournament, knocking them down 0-2 in the Group A, and I mean North, another scalp that they certainly could find here, considering the up and down performance, mainly down performance, the southern performance, you could say, for North as of late. I think this is like the perfect time for Moviestar Riders to come out the gate swinging and to steal away a series, get to those semi-finals, but we'll have to wait and see if they can do it. We're getting into Inferno. It's the Spanish team's map pick to start off this best-of-3 series.
Right into the pistols. North on the CT side of Inferno. Moviestar here on the T side. Looking to try and get things done against the Danish once Titans. Not so much anymore. They're trying to climb back to that spot. Steel's taking some damage. He's dropped to 74. But look at the push from AZ all the way through towards the T apartments already.
He's behind enemy lines. Moviestar, they have no idea, but they might get ahead of this play. If they execute into this B site, that would be a very wise call, but Steel's been caught. That's a utility. He doesn't want to re-peek here, considering he's down to 4. An early rotation has come off to B as well. North have put 3 players here with the smoke ready on Gade. It's a bit of a rough situation for Moviestar to be in, and they're trying to get a kill back up middle, but nothing presenting itself, and they're just left AZ. They're not going to deal with him. They let him fall back. Towards the A site he goes, and Moviestar are going to move that bomb back through middle.
Occasion B spots multiple players, decides to go back into a more passive angle, hoping that he can bait them in towards the crosshair of AZ, but they're going to be going in towards B. They've got quite a bit of info here, North. They know that this is coming as the utility starts to rain on in. Gate has a nade at the ready. It's going to go through. It does so much damage onto 3 players. A good meaty nade coming through.
Flashes from both sides as well. Eastor's blind already, but they've got to go through that T-sided smoke. Their CT smokes are already fading as well. Kiabi with a kill, and Gade finding one as well. There's little trading coming through here from Moviestar Riders, and they're getting slaughtered 1 by 1. This is a mess of a round. Definitely got uprooted by AZ's early aggression, and Steel's already down on 4. He's not going to be able to do anything, so North, they take the pistol.
Yeah, they struggled there in the mid-round call, it looked like. They had an initial plan. As soon as something was thrown into the works, they didn't know what to do off the back of it.
Yeah, that's a bit of a surprise as well. You'd expect someone like Steele, who, like Freya said on the desk, has had this experience, who's played at the top level, been in a major grand final, for God's sake. You know, those mid-rounds should certainly be made quicker for Moviestar Riders. They show some pressure towards mid, but Cajun, he just spots it, and he realizes they're going back towards B. So not really a difficult round by any means for North. And Moviestar, they're going to be down on Glocks, so nice quick anti-eco ahead of us here for the Danes. They've got lots of SMGs to make that money as well, and that's so important on the CT side of Inferno. Getting that AWP in early, getting the utility so you can consistently take banana control away from the Ts.
Mopoth up inside of the apartments. Steele at the bottom of the stairs with the Glock ready to check up on top, but no one is close by. Yugi is going to be holding long range with the MP9, starts to rattle a few shots in towards Boiler. Movistar taking this one slow. Caucasian B posted up with the UMP. It should be really easy here for North just to get this clean up. Caribbean is going to start things off, just holding from the pit. Yugi's ready if any aggression is to come up towards top, mid, and Steele. He's dealt with, and the rest of the Movistar players should meet the same fate.
And they will. Nothing coming through in this one, and yeah, you know, North eventually just getting aggressive, having enough of the pistols, pushing down Banana, and taking a second round. We've got the guns coming through, though. AKs can be afforded by that T side nice and early on into this game, despite the lack of bomb plant. And hopefully some utility behind it as well, but it is going to be somewhat limited, as you can see. Already in for the hands of Yugi as well. That's going to be interesting for North. First rifle round, and he's already going over towards that A site.
Yugi needs to get off to a good start. He didn't do so yesterday. And I guess, especially against eStore, who's been playing well today, right? He's been impressive. You've got to have your Opera showing up, especially on the CT side of Inferno. Yugi posted up in the apartments looking for that early pick. Movistar coming this way. They might just double peek him though, and that might be a problem if he can't quite land the shot in between two. He lands the shot but takes damage and has to fall away.
It's better than getting picked up, I guess. He does tag Lau down to 10. Alex, nice shot onto Kiebi, who was caught sleeping at the wheel in middle. Yugi's gone back towards the short side, but Movistar should be expecting this, and they're going to group up towards B, making the right call right now. North are going to try and throw some aggression down Banana, but as I say that, they rotate both players off, going for this gamble stack towards the A site. This couldn't be further from what they need in this round, as Movistar have 5 players in Banana ready to go into this empty site.
Yeah, you couldn't quite got this enough. This is just completely wrong. They've ruined it completely. I think they've realized there's no action going in towards the A-bomb site. Gade's coming back over towards B. He's got to get there quickly. Flash is up in the air, smoke execute in, and he's not there fast enough. So Movistar will have the bomb site. And well, it's really easy for them to sink the TP. Walking through the smoke, still gets one. At least the trade is there from AZ.
Yeah, that could have gone very badly if he doesn't get that first kill. Movistar still have the advantage, but that's stripped away by the grenade of Cajun. Lau getting picked up, and the bomb part trying to come in. AZ spamming for it, can't quite hit the shots, and Alex is going to take him down. Second kill of the round. Boost up for North on the retake, and Cajun's got a free kill as well. Alex was already tagged up, so this retake is well and truly on.
No pause, and eStore looking to try and hold on. The Coffin's position is pretty strong, so we've got that position to deal with, as Yugi has to hit a quick shot if he rounds this corner. And there's so many angles for him to check as well, so he has to be careful. Clears new box, no one there at the minute. At least no one peeking close to Mopers. Easy pickup for him, and that's all in Cajun B, who has to back off due to the time. He will find one kill, but Movistar Riders will find their first.
Yeah, just going to take the gun, but with that, you're surrendering the AWP. Mopos gets away with that as well. That's going to be a successful round for Movistar Riders. Nice mid-round call to go back towards that B-bomb site. Obviously, North, they certainly made it hard for themselves by completely ditching that side of the map as well. A rotation that does not pan out in their favor. They make it look close, but close is not good enough, and that will be the first T-side round taken. By coming back in, though, for North, they've still got the AWP invested in by Yugi. Hopefully he'll be able to find an early kill here to stem the bleeding a little bit for North, but there is that T-side AWP now holding mid, always going to be a threat. eStore waiting for that aggression. It's not going to come through. Yugi just sitting back on short side once again. Nice passive start from North. No reason to force engagements. You know the pressure is on Movistar at this point, and they're clearing out mid, making sure that North haven't taken any aggressive liberties. Steele in the apartments as well, and probably a little bit scared of the possibility of Yugi being back in that hallway, so we might see that double peek again.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be the default stance from Movistar, is just a slow, methodical approach to taking the apartments. it's definitely the way to go. You want to make sure that you are always backing up your teammates in towards those apartments. You never want to lose control of that area. They have sent one player in towards Banana, so quite a bit of map control available for Moviestar, but they look to move forward. 2 kills coming in from North, though. KJB and Kjerby hold an iron cross, and they get themselves 2 kills immediately.
And that was an early rotate off of B as well that enabled a 4-man ace setup for North. They've now lost everyone towards that B site. Great entries from Mopos, finding AZ deep in the spawn. That's a nice read from Moviestar, but they're not ready for the rotations to be so fast. Cajun's already here in the ruins, and he's ruined Mopos' day. 30 seconds, the bomb's on the site, but he still needs support.
Yeah, KJB finding that kill actually just ruins the chances here from Moviestar. Much more difficult to win this, but they get the bomb planted. Eastor with the AWP, yet to do anything, but this is the time to show up. Yuki has the ankle, but Eastor finds the kill. It's on to Lol, and Eastor holding on, letting the time tick. Still a 2v2, but Kjerby has only just arrived. He's in towards Banana, clearing the corners, but the time is starting to tick. He's wasting time, moving forward. Kjerby with the spray, can't line it up. Lol finds the headshot, and Eastor connects as well. Moviestar Riders, a good round win from them.
Yeah, that was an excellent play towards B as well, considering they're in such a disadvantage. Mopos finds the perfect opening, a gap in the smoke, taking down Gade, as you can see, and then even cutting off AZ on rotation. These early gamble stacks from North, I mean, it was perfect in that round, really. It got them the fights in middle, successfully taking a 5-on-3, but the rotations back, I guess, not there in time. And now North have been broken economically. They're going to push mid. 5 pistols running right down. Eastor spotted and called it. Alex going to spray away for 2. That will be a nice clean one for Moviestar Riders, not losing more than a single man.
I got a little bit scared there for a second when I seen them all running at the AWP, but Alex does a good job. If he only gets 1 there, then obviously the AWP is under a lot more pressure, but he holds them off long enough for the rest of the attentions of Moviestar to turn towards middle, and they deal with the pistols easily. 3-2 on the board. Moviestar looking pretty solid. There was a couple of weaknesses early on, a few mistakes being made, but they seem to have settled in.
Yeah, warming into it maybe. And taking the lead. Eastor going full side wall up Banana as well, just running with the AWP. No one going to be meeting him here. North playing inside of that B site instead. Gade's going for the wrap brown to Coffin. Might just be an early BX tech from Moviestar. They've got the bomb and almost the entirety of their team up towards the top of Banana already. This would be an early commitment, but North don't have the Molotovs to stop it. It's a contact play. This could be perfect. North, though, they've got the guns in their hands. They're ready and waiting. The flash is good. It forces Gade back, and he doesn't know how many numbers are already inside of this site. He's still missing the flick and losing his head. AZ smoking himself off just to try and buy time as well. Gade's found himself a second. He's jumping above for a third, and he's done it as well. Gade absolutely tearing this T-side offense.
You immediately think Gade has to fall back in that Coffin's position, but he goes back for more and finds 3. That should not happen, and AZ is backing him up. Still into a 1v3. 53 seconds left to play with. He'll go towards top Banana, finds himself an AWP. Not exactly the greatest weapon in this scenario, but if he can pick off 1 and switch back to the rifle, a little bit more doable. He's aware of the position behind and the possibility that there could be a player there, but KJB's ran away and still has to pick up the AK. Again, time is starting to tick, and he's still got to recover that bomb. With the hole that they've currently got here in North, it's going to be virtually impossible. And AZ seals the deal for a 3rd on the board from North.
Oh, Yugi didn't quite get that AWP at the end either, so not going to be saved on the CT side. The money not quite there either for the time being, so that's something in the favor of Moviestar Riders, as they're going to have their own coming back into the next round. Great play from Gade as well. Stellar defense on that B bomb site. That's what you like to see from this player. Moviestar 3-3 now. Eastor once again just going fast up Banana with the AWP, looking for this early pick. Molotovs it down in his face as well. Can't fully commit. That's a great grenade on top of it. North doing early damage with their utility, and it's not going to be traded back. Steel just walking out through mid. He's got that long smoke in his favor, and he might just go through it. Yugi on the other side, though, ready and waiting.
Just sitting back, waiting for them to round the corner, and eventually they will. Alex, the front man, Steel in behind him. Yugi yet to get the frag, but he's staying and waiting for backup from his teammates. He knows he doesn't have to commit around the corner. Moviestar is going to slow the play again. They have no Banana control, so they are fully committed in towards the A site. If they do want to go back in towards B, they'll have to use up quite a bit of the resources just to take Banana. No one from North is playing in Banana, though, so It is a possibility, but they're definitely going to be going into this A hit as they gather inside of the apartments. 3 players ready to go for a balcony execute. The smoke will land on the hay bales, and the push coming in as Jerby's able to find 1 kill. Steel gone. KHB cannot see them. They're on top of him. He manages 1 kill, but Alex gets rid of him. Kills coming through from Alex. Another one on the picked up rifle, and Jerby cannot find anything. Moviestar finding the important kills, and they've got the man advantage.
And they've got the bomb side as well. Lau's going for the plant, and that smoke's still up, so AZ, he can't stop it. He's just going to have to flash himself through. A hero play by AZ, but he's caught by Lau immediately, and it's all down to Gade. He's already ditched, ducked, and dived out of the round. He wants nothing to do with this. It's going to be a 4th for the Spanish. Great A execute North. They very much were getting bogged down on that long take early on. You could see not only Yugi in Library, but also one of the players on B was so focused towards that CT spawn. They were expecting a wrap coming through the back line right there after they lost long control. That was not the case, but just shows the value of throwing that that deep long smoke that cuts off the view from Library.
Really
North had no idea.
Yeah, really solid flashes as well in towards KGB. He had no idea what was going on. Top of his head. He does well actually to find 1 kill in that situation. A really solid execute from Moviestar. That's good to see. You know, they're prepared here. They're ready to go on Inferno. We'll see more of this as well. They fully commit in towards the A site, and North aren't really playing proactively on the CT side at all.
To be fair, the money's not been there. Utility has been lackluster, to say the least. They've been getting grenades, but the lack of Molotovs does really prohibit you when you want to take that banana control at the start of the round. For the time being, it's a bit of a pause, a bit of a break in the action. Moviestar setting 1 up right now, and yeah, pause in their favor as well. That's interesting. Trying to work out what North are going to be bringing into this round. Perhaps they know that 1 gun was saved, but the money isn't quite there for North to fully invest around that. Gonna have to take the eco, let Moviestar really start to ramp up rounds on this T side. And on their map pick as well, that's exactly where they want to be.
North deciding to go for 0 investment other than the saved M4. So Gade's got a lot to do here. Find 1 or 2 kills, that's all they're really expecting. It's going to be a quick play from the Moviestar Riders in towards Banana. They know the utility isn't there available for North to hold them off, so they can just go wherever they like. They clear all the corners, make sure that all the close angles are checked. They don't want any of these pesky pistols doing any damage. Oh. And well, there's the chance for them, but Lol deals with it. 2 kills, nearly a 3rd, but there's the rifle. They know exactly where Gate is now, so the rest of the sites, they're takeable, and they're going to go straight in towards B.
Yeah, only a USP here, so AZ, he's not going to last too long either, and that should just be the round off the back of that kill. Gade is too far away and still considering saving his gun. Kiebi has found the weapon of Lau, and I imagine he'll be doing the same thing. It's going to be a 5th round as we expected, but at least with some scraps for North, some plundered booty as they get away with some gold. Alex is on the hunt as well. Moviestar Riders know there are guns being held onto here by North, and they don't want to make it easy for these weapons to be saved. Might be able to find Gade as well inside of this site. He is hiding in the graveyard. Timing is everything if Gabe wants to go for a fight. He knows there could be a player close. Unless Alex jumps up. Oh, he does. He's seen him. He's spotted. Gabe's caught. He's got to just try and buy time, and he's done it. Does find the kill anyway. North still not getting away with a round, but they find 2 AKs, and that's something.
It's good to see a good start from Moviestar coming into their map pick. You know, this is a must-win for them. I think Vertigo is going to be a bit of a 50-50, I'm going to say. It's up in the air. Maybe 60-40 actually favoring you, North. I think Vertigo is always a risky one to go with, but North, they've shown that they can play it before. Danes definitely seem to be pretty good on any map that involves any verticality. It seems like they're good on Nuke, they're good on Vertigo.
Are you saying there's verticality on Vertigo?
Oh, I think I am, Hugo.
Wow.
It's all lining up. And maybe I do have 20/20 vision.
Nice. 4A stack here for North. They've got double AWPs as well, so big investment in this round. AZ's going to be playing that solo B position as well, not even with control over the banana, so North don't know that Moviestar are right about to execute in through middle. Kiabi moving forward, and it's going to be bad timing, but he catches steal, and now Moviestar just going to double down, commit out these apartments. Yugi with a quick shot, he doubles it with the AWP, looking for a 3rd. It's Alex with the bomb. If he can find that, it might just be any hope of winning this round out the window for the Spanish. Alex buying time with the smoke, but he is the last man alive. May as well just go through it, and he's found Yugi, but nothing more. The trade is there. North with numbers on the A bomb site, and it works wonderfully for a 4th round.
Yeah, Yugi showing up today, that's a good sign early at least on Inferno. Finding important kills, holding out the balcony. Not easy shots to hit either. Oh, yeah, really nice shots. You didn't quite get to see that second one either. So really nice shots coming in from Yugi. 5-4. Moviestar Riders. They're coming into this one with Alex only on a Deagle. AWP for E-Star needs to start delivering himself. Again, aggressive confidence from Yugi, and this time it's working. He's got a kill on towards Steel, and an immediate advantage to work with here for North.
That's awkward though, because E-Star was ahead of the Molotov. He could have taken that fight, he could have got that trade, but he was just late to peak and lets that man get away with it. Yugi, we're seeing good form right now, like you said, and the confidence is there with him taking a very aggressive fight down middle. That's the Yugi that we know and love, but the Yugi that's not always in the server. He is, at least for now. 5-on-4. North looking to bounce back with the 5th round, and Moviestar Riders going to move their way towards that A site. Smoke in mid has a bit of a gap, but no one here to go down. Yugi's actually re-aggressed and well-timed. He's dropped the bomb, gets away. No trade from the boiler. E-Star needs to be more proactive with these fights. He's let Yugi escape his clutches twice in this round, and Yugi's gone back towards the apartments to fight.
Yugi is shaking quite a bit. It's like Kyobi has just infected him with the shakiness, but it's working for him. Alex does find Kyobi. He's gone, he's out of there. Now it's Yugi trying to hold on. In towards short, the jump shot. The shot lands from Yugi. And E-Star's out of there. It's only Lol and Alex in a 2 versus 4 as they try and push up in towards short. Yugi's relocated back in the pit. The cover to play with, the teammate on the balcony as well. Getting in towards this A bomb site is going to be virtually impossible for Moviestar Riders. They'll try and move forward, but still, Yugi going back. He will be dropped low. Not expecting Cajun B though up at the balcony. And with 9 seconds, Alex has to get the bomb plant, and he's got 1 HP.
Just in time though. AZ could even find this wallbang if appropriate, and he will. There it is, through the corner. And that's going to be a double AWP even save there for North. They can pick up the second one from the pit if they wish. 5th round taken. Yugi, man, like, I love the confidence, I love the peaks, but definitely didn't need to go for that final one. They got him picked up. He had his teammate on the balcony to cover that apartment's cross. But the fact that he's even going for these plays makes me feel a little bit happier. You know, I'm enjoying seeing him hit shots for a change.
Especially since yesterday he was trying to play like this, but every time he went for it, he got punished.
Exactly.
But today, he's obviously not taking the hit too heavy, and he's come back into it, perhaps feeling more confident against the likes of Moviestar to do it, other than, you know, a team like Crazy where you're going to be punished pretty much every time you go forward. So you get a lot more freedom to play with, and he's certainly delivering. AZ on the double up, the second up is in towards Banana.
Oh, he could have gone for a wallbang there. Not going to work though. Moviestar running through. That's a tag, but if only it was the kill mid-air. Mopos takes him down. Steel's going to die over at the A site. And now we've got a fast play into B. Gay getting domed. And these Deagles have found a lot of success. The bomb getting planted, and an AWP on the retake is going to make things even more difficult here for North. They've got so much utility to clear out positions, so these Molotovs get so good when you're retaking that B site on Inferno. Dark and U-Box going to be up for question here as North begin to move back in.
Oh, this is going to be very risky from Opus going forward. He's going to be dropped by Yugi, ready on the quick shot. He's going to apply one, a follow-up from Lol. And these are important kills being found by Moviestar, stealing the deal, taking 6 on the board. And that post-plant just looks so strong. It always felt like North were going to lose that.
Yeah, coming all in from the ruins and just not checking that close position on top of the coffins. That's what lost North a retake previously as well. This position here from Lau gets 3 kills, so great round from him, even picking up the AWP to close it. 6-5, North scrapping together another buy, but it's not a pretty one. Back to as Moviestar break back around. They break back the money as well, and they can put North on eco here on the T side. This could lead Moviestar in a very good position for the end of the half if they can win this follow-up round. North don't have any cash to fall back on, and we've still even got this AWP here for E-Star. Mopos, despite having money for a rifle, is even going to buy an SMG here, so I imagine we'll see another one of these fast B approaches, or potentially just diving out through the apartments. Last round he got a mid-air shot onto AZ with that MAC-10, so anything is possible.
Not feeling too confident in this buy from North, though. I don't think they're going to be able to do a whole lot with it. Moviestar, definitely this is their round to lose. They go forward in towards second mid, throwing the Molotov. to prevent the boiler push. But in fact, Kjaerbye's going to get close up. That deep smoke comes in. It is a telltale sign that there could be a player already in the apartment, so they need to be aware of that. And you can see Steel just posted up, waiting for a player to come through the doorway. But Kjaerbye is not biting, he's not budging. Instead, he's holding for the aggression of Steel.
I like that molly there, and Moviestar Riders throw that to insinuate that they're not already at the top of Banana, that they've not taken this position. Mopos is, though. He was waiting for a potential cross or a fight towards CT. Nothing got given to him, though. North with a third rotation towards that B-bomb site, going to move Yugi through the spawn. One of the two M4s in the round, both of them on the B site here, and that's exactly where these Spanish players are going. Gade has spotted something, but it's so blind, so white. Yugi in the spawn getting overwhelmed. The SMG again finding an opening kill here for Moviestar Riders, using it to great effect. North a bunch in at the back of the site, not giving up anything here, but Mopos just swinging the corner, finding Gade. It's a slaughter on B, and North are going to have to save their weapons for a rainy day.
And they're not even good weapons, which is the worst part about it, right? It's only if the two SMGs being carried over. Moviestar make the right call, strength in numbers, running over the top of them. They don't exactly have a whole lot of utility here north to play with, so it's very difficult to hold on to the bomb site. And when you have the MAC-10 being so potent, Mopos is just getting a lot of these opening kills, just being pushed through smokes. Send him in. He's the death squad, right? He's the man to try and find that opening. And so many times he's won battles against better weapons.
The best part is because he's got teammates following him on this conga line of death. Even if he's not getting these kills, there's going to be a trade at the end of the day. The worst case scenario often is a 1-for-1. And Mopos, he's not even going down. So, you know, it's a 1-for-0 at that point for Moviestar Riders. Good conversions on these B plays, 7-5 right now on the T side, and Kriegs are coming in as well. Big buys for the Spanish. North on the other side of things, lacking the money as we expected, with a couple of saved SMGs. They're going to have to do the bulk of the heavy lifting moving forward. Can't really buy anything around them. That's not a good place to be in. The CT side already looking a little bit rough for North.
Yeah, Moviestar Riders looking in prime position to take the win in the first half, albeit by a margin of 1, but they can certainly develop off of that. And they have looked pretty solid on this T side. It hasn't just been the weaknesses of North. There is certainly strength there from Moviestar, and we've seen their executes are on point. The mid-run calls have gotten better throughout the entire map. So really good stuff overall from Moviestar Riders. Something we didn't really see yesterday in their opening best of 1, but certainly in the best of 3s, they're getting a little bit more time to work with and develop into a series.
Well, here's what should be a guaranteed 8th here for Moviestar Riders. Wherever the gun's been put by North, they've thrown them both in the apartments. I like that. Play it together. Can try and trade. And even better, upgrade guns if you get kills. Lal is in the apartments, but Moviestar Riders have cleared out middle already. They might just bypass these guns. If they take long, CT's an option as well. An avenue to attack, but that's a good kill. No head armor for Lal, and he'll come to regret it. Yeah, be finding him to start off the round, and that's a gun picked up. But look at this CT wrap. Moviestar have taken long and North. I'm sure they're aware of the possibility, but they won't even be considering this so early in the round. There's been no utility thrown at all by Moviestar to indicate that they're running through CT spawn, and Kjaerbye's been hurt as well. Steel's waiting for him. That's a free kill. And even though there's a triple B set up here for North, it should get dismantled quite quickly.
Yeah, important aim jewels going in favor of Steel. Absolutely nothing these two USPs can do, hopefully. And there we go. Alex will find the headshot. The follow-up coming in is through. And it's all on KGB. A 1v4 has to back off for the M4A4. And Moviestar Riders will go to 8 rounds and confirm themselves at least that 1-round lead going into the second half.
And on T-side Inferno, you'll take that every day of the week, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I think clearly this is a map that Moviestar have to win. And they're showing it up already and looking very solid on the more difficult half. So we know they can have strong CT sides, and that's where eStore can start to step up more as well. T-side opening, it's not very easy on Inferno.
No, we've not really seen any head-to-head fights with the AWPs either in this map. So that's something that really opens up as a CT AWPer, getting to choose where you fight rather than being at the bane of waiting for CTs to give you engagements. Cajun. Oh no, he's given away his position. Needs to tuck, needs to hide, and he will get away with the gun. That's at least something for North. They can buy up around it. They need to. As you said, the lead has already been taken at the first half for Moviestar Riders. 2 rounds left for North to try and salvage something.
It is a Saturday here And well, there's a lot more fans this time from Moviestar Riders.
Yeah.
And that's certainly something that could spur them on. You know, taking a look up on the stage, seeing so many fans in their jersey is certainly going to be a factor that plays in your mind. You have to perform. So far, they've done that today, and they're continuing it so far against North. What a win this would be, but Mopa's going through the smoke. Gid waiting behind the half wall. Hasn't quite spotted in. The smoke will begin to fade. Eventually, it's a battle of who sees who first, and it's Mopa's that wins it.
That's a huge kill to start off this round as well. North are going to have to throw a rotation over to deal with the problem, a potential B play. And there have been a lot of them for Moviestar Riders, and North have not been successful on the retakes, as is often in Inferno. So 2 players per site. Moviestar going back towards A, the right call to make. Kiebi's alone in middle. He's got one. He's got his teammate actually under the balcony, but not for long. Casion's gone, and Kiebi's doubled up. They can try and avoid him and go back towards this B bomb site, but there's still 2 players there. Steel sticking around. That Molotov denies him entrance, and Kiebi goes forward, taking more and more control towards the apartments. Eastor is here with the AWP, but he's not watching for it. Kiebi isn't going to go too far forward. It's called for a rotation back towards A. Moviestar have yet to make any noise, but they are hanging around in middle.
Mopa's the front man, Steel coming through in towards the apartments. It's going to be a slow, methodical take, clearing it as much as possible, but Kiebi, he needs to account for the timing. He doesn't spot Steel, and he will get the kill. 1 bullet would have been enough as well, but Steel stays alive. It's Yugi and AZ looking to hold on to the A bomb site, but Moviestar Riders are sinking their teeth deep in towards the site. Bomb planted, players in the pit. This retake is going to be so difficult with barely any utility, no kit. It's got to be the save from North. 9 on the board for Moviestar Riders. The mid-round calls are currently on point.
Yeah, just taking your time. That's the most important thing in these 3-on-3s. You know North are going to be the ones sweating here, considering how far they're down in this map already. And that's only going to get worse and worse. That's such unfortunate timing for Kiebi as well, right? The barrel of his gun, the view model clearly blocking his view of Steel there. CL_right-hand 0 would have saved his life.
Also, maybe even 4x3. There's a lot playing into that, right?
I don't think so. I think it was just the view model.
Just the view model.
Yeah.
I definitely play on the left hand. I don't know what you do.
Right hand.
Right hand?
Yeah.
I have the little bind that switches between.
I need to do that. That's a good idea.
I don't use it that often, but it is helpful in certain situations.
I feel like I would just spam it, like I spam QQ or FFF.
It's one of those things you're in a tactical pause or something, you just spam it.
Yeah.
Generally, it's never a tactical pause though, a matchmaking. It's just someone needs the bathroom. But we're right back into the action.
You play with Harry as well.
yeah, I do indeed. And well, it is 9-5. Last round of the first half. Which way is this going to go? So currently looking like it's probably Moviestar. There isn't a whole lot of strength here in this North fight. Much stronger than they've had in the past, though. Their best chance in a while.
Yeah, they've got kits, and hey, that's a luxury at this point. North haven't even been considering retakes in the past few bomb plant situations, so something for them to play with. But still not a whole lot, and they've had to give up middle as well. 3rd rotation coming back towards B as North concede the mid portion of the map. Smokes on long and deep towards the library. Moviestar trying to push North back, but they're only going towards a B play themselves, and oh dear, the timing again on these rotations for North. Kiebi's just moved off of the site as Moviestar wait for this play. Push back down Banana. Mopos gets 1. The trade is there though. That's fine. A 1-for-1 in a 4-on-4. Moviestar is just going to elevate the pace, speed up into this B site. They know AZ's here, and that peak almost looked perfect. Spray through the smoke, but Kiebi does find a trade. The bomb dropped into the pool, but Moviestar still have control of B.
They do indeed, and North haven't been too successful on these retakes of the B bomb site. Moviestar Riders holding on. They've got players in great positions. Kirby trying to move forward. He has spotted the head of Eastor, taking that kill. He's aware there's a possibility of a player being in U-Box, but Lowell is a little further in towards Dark, and Alex has been picked off. Lowell, the last remaining player. This is much better from North in this retake, but Lowell can stand tall. The first headshot, looking for the second as the smoke actually favors Lowell in this situation.
Oh no!
It's another fight. A 1v1 as Kirby has to go, and the time is ticking. Lowell playing it to perfection, but Kirby finds the kill, and there's enough time for the defuse. A 9-6 half coming in, and Moviestar Riders, they lead the way. The hometown heroes getting it done, and it's time for a break. We'll be back with the rest of the action. It's the second half here of North versus Movistar Riders at DreamHack Open Seville. We have got a Spanish team performing very well, and they might just be taking another scalp today.
Oh dear, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? They already knocked out Big of this tournament earlier on, going down 0-2. That was unreal, but right now sitting 9-6 up against the Danes of North. It's early days in the series. We know how long these games can be, judging by our previous matches today, but let's see if Movistars can complete this. Pistol round would be a great start in the second half, and a triple B setup as well that Gade is walking right into on his own. Bomb still up in the apartments, Kirby making some noise, and Steel's going to spot that as well. That's information, and it might adjust these rotations from Movistar. They're actually going to go aggressive on B, trying to take fight is Mopos. Looking for something, Gade spotted him. Ooh, it's a bit awkward. Caught midair, going to have to back down. There's no utility really to throw down Banana with the exception of that one grenade. And fast play towards middle. Steel's going to get his head ripped off, and that could elevate the pace here for North.
Yeah, they're going to go off the back of this, but Alex is ready. The kill coming in on the CZ, delivers on towards Gade. And the call coming through the smoke's going to go in towards the CT spawn. And again, the slower play from North. They've actually slowed it quite a bit. Easter going forward to see what he can find. He's got one headshot straight away on towards Yugi.
Yeah, North wanted to go towards B from the city spawn, but I think they realize there's a stack, and it doesn't matter if they go back to the one man in the site. That one man might be enough. Eastor's found himself two before he eventually gets dropped, but he's delayed this bomb plant, and with an advantage and a kit, this is a potential retake. That grenade on Alex as well could do serious damage to players like AZ, who's already tagged up. Lau's coming in from above. AZ's found a kill onto Mopos, dropping the kit back on long. Lau needs his kill right here and right now. Dropping in from above, and Occasion's the last man alive. Hiding at the site, Lau will find him as well, and that's going to be a 10th round. Movistar Riders, another pistol.
Yeah, an important pistol as well if they want to try and continue this momentum that they got in that first half. We actually seen North stepping up in the first early rounds, but since then, there hasn't been anything giving me confidence in this team. And that's such a sad thing to say, but it definitely is a problem for them. They haven't delivered on the individual level. They've come close to winning a couple of these rounds, but every time at the final hurdle, it just slips away from them. And well, 10-6. The Movistar Riders, they came into this one with three SMGs in fact, two MP9s and a UMP in play, an FMAS in the hands of Steel, and an M4. But look at the buy of North.
Yeah, Galil's, 1,800 bucks. They're basically free at this point. May as well get them after getting the bomb plant down. North feeling confident. If they can strip this round away and deny that streak for Movistar Riders, that would be great. And I mean, this buy is a good idea from North, right? Alternatively, they go down potentially, 11-6 and then have guns. They want to minimize their losses. But the only issue is that if they lose this round, it only maximizes their losses. So it's a bit of a risk there in that sense. North, though, looking for the reward instead. Up towards middle with 4 players. AZ trying to sell some B noise. Easter's spotting mid, and Steel's under the balcony as well, looking for the same, but he's just fallen off at the nick of time. North are going to move through middle soon. Flashes to be set up. Easter backing off towards long. North are already closing up on his position as well. Needs to be careful, but he can swing wide with this SMG. North aren't going to be committing, though. They've got players in the banana. They're taking their time here. That's a great flash, and Easter going out with it, finding a kill. North losing a man, and no trade to be found either. They just back up.
Well, Easter with the first kill. He's looking for a little bit more. The nade going through.
Nice.
That's going to blow the weapon back into their hands. And Kirby looks to try and pick it up. Easter finding another. It may be close to Christmas, but Easter certainly showing up.
Yeah, I'll give you that. 20 seconds though. North, they need to get this site under control right now, and Steel's in the pit, trying to deny that cross. Oh dear, what a shot. Cajun takes him down. That's a chance. That's a bomb plant for North. They just need to put in the digits into this site. AZ cutting off rotations from long. Easter's been picked up, and it's a double banana flank to keep Movistar Riders in this round. It's a long way back into A though, and no kit. That bomb's already starting to tick away, and North have found themselves in great post plants to hold off crossfires on this site.
Yeah, North got the bomb down just in the nick of time, but they certainly have got time in their side. Mopa's the only man with the kit, no utility to clear these angles. That's going to waste so much time just having to check these. I don't even think it's doable at this point. SMGs, not exactly the greatest weapons at these long-range angles. So they're just thinking of backing off and saving what they've got. So North do get the reward off the investment into the Galils.
Only just. Looked like that round was going to fall apart. Cajun hits a splendid shot onto Steel in the pit. Without that, I think there's a chance that North will potentially just fall apart here. Alex surviving with 3 HP, calculated, of course.
Yeah, he knew as long as he stood in that doorway,
Yeah.
everything was going to be okay.
Part of the plan. Still double digits for Moviestar though, but North are creeping back into this game. 7 rounds taken. More SMGs here for North as well, and the force coming through for Moviestar. They don't want to give this away for free. They want to continue the force by walls. And I like the confidence. They are leading. They have that buffer. Why not give it a go?
And the thing is, this buy from Moviestar Riders is actually good enough to feasibly win this. If they win a couple of aim duels, they have some innovative setups. Perhaps they can win a couple of these fights. Steel close in the apartments is going to be the first test. He's going to tap. Doesn't take his opportunity.
Yeah, North speeding up as well. They've been loud to the punch, dropping into the site. Cajun going to fall instantly, but Kiebi's there to trade. North get control of A and likely win the round once again. These two players have got to save, and that's not a pretty picture. Moviestar Riders moving back towards B, but they're going to have an eco in the follow-up round, so a chance for these weapons to once again come into play. You'd like to think, though, unless they get avoided once again, that's 2 rounds in a row that North has sent no one in towards B. It's going to be an 8th round on this T side, slowly but surely getting back into position.
Deja vu on the save. We'll see. Definitely you'll want to see an eco come in here from Moviestar into this next one. Definitely use the rifles and the SMG that you save, but the rest definitely have to try and get as much money in the bank as possible. You can't let North just chip away at this lead even further. Let them go 10-9, yes, but you want to try and maintain that lead as long as possible. And that would definitely be the way to go. They've got 2K in the bank for Law, Steel as well. Easter has a little bit more cash, so certainly an AWP could be getting into his hands later on as well. So you want to definitely have every weapon in play. Easter, we talked about it in the first half. We know he can deliver on the AWP and certainly on the CT side. So you want to get that into his hands as soon as possible.
A solo Galil towards B with the utility. That's the right call to make. Everyone else on the A side of things in Moviestar, and a fast play for Easter. Oh dear, Cajun, does he know how deep this man has gone? And is he going to check the corner? No, Easter with a chop, but if he goes wide, the player to his right, Cajun flicks right back. 8 HP the difference, and he'll get away with that kill. What a start for North. They needed that.
I like the trigger discipline from Easter, but he waits a little bit too long.
Yeah.
Cajun B turns and spots him. The headshot not enough. And it's a missed opportunity. If you pick up an SG now, who knows what Eastor can do with that, right? So many questions. But Kirby, he's going to do damage onto the aggression from Steel, but not enough for a kill. So still only the 1-man advantage. It should be the round win, though, as they move in towards the B-bomb site. This will be spray from Mopus through the smoke, trying to connect on the multiple players, but they get across safely so far.
Yeah, good damage to Yugi, but it's not going to get finished off. And Moviestar, I mean, they can give this everything, right? They can lose both these guns and the USBs. Nothing to lose, everything to gain, but it's more likely just going to be losses here. Alex getting spammed through the smoke. Mopos is gone as well. And these pistols, probably not far away from death either. Lau's going to try and save this gun.
How many rounds has this Galil survived on
Yeah, right? It's
side?
been going since the second of the half, so...
Just keep recovering it.
I always find these saves rough as well, right? Because you know next round you can actually afford M4s, but it's like Lau's just, you know, he's now playing with a Galil.
Yeah,
he's going to have more util, he's going to be able to get kits, etc. Maybe drop over something, but
I'd rather have an
never
M4.
a nice feeling. Yeah.
I'd definitely rather have an M4.
Yeah.
9 on the board for North.
Not going down without a fight.
Definitely not, and I think this has been a good reply. You know, they lose the pistol. And we could be in a situation where Moviestar Riders end up just chipping away, giving that lead further and further away from North, and they're just crushed mentally. But North win that follow-up force buy, and has put them in a good position to maybe pull all the way back. This is now a test for Moviestar Riders. They have to show their mental resilience here. They've got the AWP in the hands of Easter. That's what I wanted to see. Buy's still not good, though.
He's going towards B. He's going to be taking a fight. North are going fast and furious and through the wall. Kiev finds that kill. There's a triple B setup, though. 2 more waves of Spaniards here on the B side. North aren't going to overcommit after they lose Yugi. But they do gain that AWP. They're not going to play with it. I don't think they even know they've got it as well, because it was found through the wall. Kiev got that shot through the car, or the wood, rather. I mean, we say car. It's not a car anymore.
No, anybody who drives a car that looks like that is a child. You know, you imagine something to be something that's not. But I'm sure there's new players that have no idea what people are talking about, but there's the kill. KRB with 1 kill. Alex able to find the follow-up on the UMP, and we're back into a 3v3. A minute and 2 seconds left on the clock to play with, and North can slow this down. Time to see what their mid-round calls are like.
Well, they think there's only one player on this B site. I think that's probably the danger. They just found another kill here, so they're going to elevate the pace, and there's a boost up. This is not what you would expect from this point in time. Alex waiting, his teammate's gone down, but he does get the trade immediately, and North take control of the site. No kit here for the retake just yet. Steel in hot pursuit up this banana. Alex trying to buy time. Cajun crossing back towards banana. Steel has to get this kill, and he does. Retake potential opened up now. AZ in a 1-on-2. He's got a Molotov and an M4.
Sits in the back lines towards Nubox. He's moving forward. And this angle can be difficult to deal with. Smoke goes up to cover off Ruins. AC swings wide, finds the 1v1. Molotov goes down to slow them. Steel moving closer and closer. Close by the AC, who seemed to think he was above him, but couldn't quite find him. Steel picks up the kill, and it's Moviestar Riders heading to 11 if there's enough time for this defuse. It's going to be close.
I think he's got it. Yeah. Phew, not even close. 11-9, all calculated.
And there was a kit. He goes back for it at least.
Yeah, imagine if you lost it when there's a kit right next to him. I think AZ thought that Molotov was landing on the stairs as well, meaning he would have heard footsteps, and he was considering above because he didn't hear anyone getting closer, but that molly went far deeper than he anticipated, not really covering off anything in the pool. A pool of flames. 11-9. North may have found 3 rounds in a row on the T side, but it's instantly responded by Moviestar in the second half. They're in double digits. North want to be there. Orp is here for Yugi. Eastor with his own, and Yugi's going to win that battle. It's a battle we've not had to see too much this map already, but finally Yugi getting ahead of it. AZ's want to fight towards B as well, and North, they don't have to rush. They can just hold back 5-on-3. The pressure on the Spanish here to make the next move.
Yeah, such a terrible start into this one from Moviestar, losing those 2 players immediately with no trade potential. And North, they've even got money in the bank. So this is far more important for Moviestar to have success in this round than North. Moviestar moving forward. SG in the hands of Steel, trying to check Boiler, clears the apartments. The player has already crossed by in towards balcony. That's Gabe, but Steel, he might just find the Opera here. Yugi picked off. Molotov to go in towards Boiler. So if there was a player close by that they could not trade. In fact, Steel is trying to cause more problems, but KGB turns in the nick of time and finds the headshot. 2v4. North trying to make their way in towards A.
Yeah, and Alex has been caught as well. AZ's heard every footstep down banana. They've even cleared the man off of the site. North didn't need to double back to go back towards B when they've already won all the duels. 10 rounds taken and double digits for both sides now. North may have lost the previous round in that post plant down on the B bomb side, but not this one. This is where the T side really starts to come into its own as well. The money getting broken for Moviestar Riders as they're down to $2,000 a player. Not a good position to be in. They still may have those round leads, but that's about to slip away from them.
This is that added advantage I would say North have. I think when you take a look at both of these teams, North are definitely the better team in terms of firepower. If you go head-to-head against each player in this team, you have to say North have the better team overall in terms of firepower. And if you're going to be Moviestar Riders and you're taking these aim duels, we've seen them lose a lot of those duels against the likes of Crazy yesterday. If they try and take those aim duels against these North players, that's going to be the comfort ground for a lot of these guys. And North are just showing that easy there. They start the round, Yugi walks forward, finds the opening pick, AZ just waits for the mistaken banana. This is exactly what North kind of want at this point on their T side. Easy pickings for them.
Back to pistols, it seems, and a fast mid play for the Moviestar Riders. They are getting ridden by the grenade. Oh dear. It's not looking pretty, is it?
At least it's quick. You know, it's a quick and painless death. Steel, last remaining player, 1v5 with the USP up towards top mid. Yugi just running after him, wants to kill on the MAC-10, gets the extra cash. 11-11, even once more. The Moviestar Riders and the fans here in Seville will certainly be making a wish that the team can pick it up again.
And this will be the round to do it, right? Guns coming back in for the Spanish. M4s on 3, Famas and an MP9, no AWP, and considering Yugi has had a far better game today than, well, any of the other games he's had at this tournament so far, that is a rough sign for Eastor.
Yeah.
Nades towards Banana. Mopos wants to fight on the car here with a smoke. Going to go aggressive, but Gade is above the logs, and he gets away with 2 kills, and no idea how the trade isn't there. Down to 2 HP, but Gade, he's done God's work here towards the top of Banana. North Do they double down? Do they overcommit here? Because Moviestar have actually set a trap inside of this B site. 2 more players still here, but North aren't overcommitting.
Store throws the smoke into top mid, slowing the play further in North. Yeah, they just don't need to commit anywhere. They know that Moviestar have the pressure on them to try and get that info to see where they're going. And North are going to be congregating in towards Banana with 3 players. The bomb's still all the way back on T stairs, so executing towards B as possible, but this kill could come through from Eastor. Needs to be careful that he wants to fight Cajun B, and he cannot do it. Cajun B has been very quick in these aim duels. He's on quite a few of them. Situations where he's definitely unfavored. Now Steel and Law left into a 2 versus 5. Definitely seen easier rounds.
Yeah, where do you even go from here? You just got to hope that North come your way, and even if they do, that bomb is not going to be overcommitting if they spot both these players here. North will be going towards B ultimately, so this double setup that's been waiting since the start of the round might come into effect, but even so, a 2-on-5 inside of this site doesn't seem very realistic. And look at Cajun as well, he's cleared out A, calling for the cavalry. North just doubling back down Banana, rotating with 15 seconds left. They haven't got a lot of time here. Are they even going to have time for the plant? Oh no, that would be a huge way to lose a round. They're just going to get there round the corner in time. Yugi with the plant. But for a second, I got scared.
I love how he even goes the further distance to get in the corner as well, just toying with us completely, yeah. But North will get the round win. Moviestar saving the weapons or attempting to do so. AZ is going to be dropped. Steel and Lowell just looking to hold on to the 2 M4A4s. North have money in the bank. So if they want to send players after these 2 guys, it would be beneficial towards the Danes. And they definitely have the money to fall back on.
Yeah, definitely at least consider it. Kiebi's going for the hunt. Knows while Steel is here, they haven't seen Lau yet, so that's still an unknown factor, but he's got to be somewhere in this B-bomb site. There's a Krieg for Steel to grab as well at the end of the round on the body of AZ. See if he goes for that. And Kiebi won't over-dedicate towards this B site. Doesn't want to give away yet another Krieg. While it typically, you know, giving an AK over to a CT, not really a worry, right? It's a better gun, but it's not the end of the world. We're starting to see teams more and more play as to not give away Kriegs, because that can really just lose you a half at the end of the day. A CT-sided team with a Krieg in their hands can be so versatile.
And we've seen some underdog teams not even want to buy the Krieg, because you don't want to risk it falling into the hands of very skilled players. So it definitely has changed the way the game is being played. Well, 12-11 North into the lead for, feels like the first time in a long time. 4 away from victory on their opponent's map pick. This would set them up for victory. Kirby going forward, close by is Lau, and it's going to be a headshot. Kirby finds the opening kill. Moving forward, Yugi finds the follow-up, and there's only one M4A4 in play here from Moviestar. It's on the back of Steel, and it's nowhere near the action. Will be another on the board for North, most likely here.
Coming out ahead near the end of the game, and that is a rough spot to be in for Moviestar Riders, a test of their resilience as we get into the next couple of gun rounds for them. Not many options left on their map pick, and with Vertigo coming up next, it's kind of unknown territory, right? It's a map that North have only recently elected to start playing. We saw them take it on versus Liquid as the first official map back at the Pro League. They fell apart there. Close game, close loss. Mopos. He doesn't want to shoot because he knows he's not going to get the killing blow. He needs AZ to over-commit, and AZ's seen him. That's a frustrating death.
That's the kicker. Mopos is waiting for it the whole time. I mean, I would have liked to maybe see him take one shot and try to pull AZ forward. You know, maybe that could have worked in a way, but definitely overall was the right decision to try and wait for AZ to try and go into a more wide stance, but AZ finds the headshot very quickly. CZ's not very accurate at those long ranges. 13-11. Rifles galore. AWP still in the hands of Yugi, who has been head and shoulders above his performance yesterday. Still negative though, and definitely could deliver even further.
It's Inferno at the end of the day. You know, we've not seen too much of him on this T side, but we've not needed to. North have not been having trouble with Eastor and that AWP. He's barely been able to afford it, and in the one time he has, Yugi beat him, and he'll do it again. Exactly when we needed to start to go up, he does, but Steel's here in middle, and he's putting up a fight. Yugi needs to trade. That bomb's been lost, and the Deagle will do it wonderfully. Molotov to cover off the package. It can't be retrieved by North, but Yugi responds with a Molotov of his own. That's sends Lau packing into the apartments, and Cajun's waiting for him. That's a huge kill. It's opened up A, but Mopos is here to close it down, and with that spot coming in, the bomb being retrieved, Yugi can double back into the empty B bomb site.
Yeah, Yugi making sure he can get into a better position before Mopos can get anywhere near the site. Yugi trying to get back over with the bomb. AZ's finding the kill, and the SG getting it done. 14-11, North 2 away from victory. And Moviestar Riders, if they've got anything left in the tank, they've got to deliver here. Steel has been pretty solid in towards that porch area, but he's the only player doing anything. And he's the only player that's had any sort of consistency on the CT side. Got to see more from Moviestar Riders. AWP back in the hands of eStar, but still yet to deliver, yet to show what he's capable of. And this is the problem with this guy. He can be really solid and then suddenly just be quiet. He can be very, very inconsistent.
Oh, what?
That is unbelievable. Shot lands, but it was through the concrete, so it saves the life of AZ. And the SG, of course, wins the battle.
Just one bullet from AZ, man. Just all he needs. Mopos back on the angle, though, with that orb. He's picked it back up. Waiting for that climb, ducking as well, making sure he's not as visible as his teammate once was.
Yeah, once bitten, twice shy.
Yeah.
In this case, the teammate destroyed.
Oh dear, Cajun, how does he get out of the apartments? It's not being covered. Lau, he moved deep into the pit, and even though he gets a trade, it's at the cost of both his teammates on that short setup. Great work from Cajun, he's died, but he's died a martyr. Lau, alone, only man here. That rotation coming back, and the bomb's getting planted. He's having to play for a retake here, and he's gonna have to go down with his ship.
Yeah, they know he's here. Utility coming in, Molotov, peek from Kirby. It's done. Mopos has to back away. North, they recover. It's 15-11. Map point on Moviestar Riders map pick. And North, it was looking shaky, I have to say, towards the end of that first half. But damn, they recover on the more difficult set of affairs.
Yeah, and AZ might even try and find this AWP as well. Missed shot from Mopos. You can't afford to see those. He needs this gun. It will be the only weapon they have into that follow-up round, with the exception of Steel and his bit of extra cash. Mopos needs this kill, and he gets it. But there's more waves of enemies. Yugi coming in with a deagle, and I love to see that, man. Yugi using the pistol instead of the AWP, and that's not the first time we've seen that as well, right? Even beating Steel under balcony a couple of rounds ago. This is Cajun's dive out the apartments. What a read on that double short setup as well. With a smoke in his face, Lau's not able to trade.
That's just a sort of breakdown in communication as well. And I'm sure if you're the player on short in that situation, you're asking questions of your pit play. Why is that not being watched? Why can't I know that there's a player coming out of the apartments? And while Occasion B, he's been an anchor in that apartments area on this T side, hitting everything, delivering entry frags when he goes out there. And AZ with the opening kill in towards Banana. Alex has been picked off, and Moviestar on the back foot immediately.
Yeah, it's the same angle for AZ on top of the logs as well. He just loves taking the heads away. Back up on it as well for a second try. And he might get it. Mopos has moved back into Banana. Moviestar Riders, 3 players towards the apartments here. Shotguns and SMGs. Kirby making noise, and oh dear, what's that? He just gets tagged. Cajun has won another fight as well, and 1 by 1, they're falling apart. It's done, it's over, it's only on Mopos, and he's stuck alone towards that B bomb site. Such a long route of rotation back towards A and North. They haven't got the bomb, but they've got everything else.
Well, Mopos, he's been in these situations time and time again in the second half. He hasn't quite been able to deliver the impossible. So he moves forward with the MP9, and it's done. 5 players staying alive, and North get the job done. Map number 1 going in their favor, and it's a very disappointing performance from Moviestar after such a strong performance in the first half.
Yeah, that being said, you got to give it to North, right? A bit of a lackluster CT side from the Spanish, but North have been a team that we've been questioning as of late, not just in this event, but in ones prior, and they need to win this game, really. It would be a shambles if they fell in this best-of-3 series. We want to see them in the semi-finals. We want to see them make a run at this tournament, and well, they've at least started things off well in this best-of-3.
Yeah, North definitely have a lot to prove. Blair said yesterday they need this, right? They definitely do. You can't come to a DreamHack Open and not be expected to make the playoffs, at least the top 4, and they obviously want to do more here. And North, well, they do get the first map under their belt.
Vertigo coming up next as well. That's going to be the chance for North to double down, take a 2-0 victory, or they'll be up against Moviestar Riders in the third. And to be honest, Moviestar Riders do play Vertigo, so I think we're going to have a good second map on our hands. North, not a lot to learn from their Vertigo matches, as they've only played 3 officials in the last week, and that's all they've got to their name. So it's going to be exciting, it's going to be interesting, and we're going to be back with that second map in just a moment, so do join us after the break.